Tingles with flyby. Hello and welcome to All Events Planning. How are you doing today? Oh well, it's great to finally put a face with the name. Yeah, no, I've really enjoyed talking back and forth with you. Oh yeah, no. Just sharing those images, and I know we've talked a little bit about your Halloween party, but yeah, I'm really excited. So should we just go ahead and dive right in? Okay, wonderful. So just need to go through some basics here. Obviously, one of our first things we'll want to establish is our location. I know you had been considering having it at home. Is that you pretty settled on that, or do you want to discuss other venues? Because how many guests were you going to have? And that's mainly children, or... And how big is your house? It sounds lovely. I'd say, alright, so you're pretty comfortable with having it at home? Usually, obviously, it's the nicest environment, easiest for cleanup and everything like that, because it doesn't have to be done straight away. And people already know where you live. You know, that does help as well. Okay, so we'll go ahead and settle it on the home. So, we're going to have it at home. Let's now talk about decor. So, with your home, what type of, do you have, what type of decorating, I guess, do you have right now? Is it pretty plain, white walls and that sort of thing? Or do you have a bit going on that will need to cover up, or? Okay. So, what I would suggest with decor is, obviously, we're having a Halloween party. That we know, but there's still a bit more of a theme usually that you'll want to establish, because to bring it and make it feel a little more cohesive and really immerse people in the spirit of the party, basically. So, for example, if you want to really go up a haunted house alley, then, we can set up all sorts of cobwebs around, dim, you can get little coverings for your lights. Obviously, you don't want people to be completely in the dark, but so it makes it a little bit more creepy, but they're really affordable coverings as well, so it's not like you have to go get new light fixtures. They're just kind of plastic once-off coverings that you would use, but it just gives it such a little creepy atmosphere in there. And then we can kind of do up some of the other things. You have fake rips and that sort of things you can put into your couch. Yeah, it's obviously all surface level put on top, but it's something that's really neat to make it feel a little bit older. Same thing with little cracks in wood. Yeah, and then obviously spiders, and you can really go all out with the decor if you wanted to go haunted house. But I'm not trying to sell you completely on that idea, because there are some other ones. Sometimes you might have more of a witch's home. Yeah, so that can be nice. Do you have a fireplace? Yeah, usually with that, a nice one is to actually put up a little fireplace and have a big cauldron in there as well. Yeah, and then just, you can do all sorts of accoutrements all around, so things that look like creepy ingredients to be brewed into, witches' nasty potions, obviously broomsticks and all sorts of details like that as well. You can go more pumpkin themed with kind of Ichabod Crane and the Headless Horseman. Have lots and lots of jack-o'-lanterns around. Yeah, pumpkin theme can be really nice, just really simple orange and black, and then just lots of pumpkins. Feels very, fall-y, maybe not quite as creepy side, a little more just fun and jovial. You can also go zombie. That's a little too scary. Yeah, can be for some. Something a little less scary on that is ghosts. You can do a lot with sheets and that sort of thing. That kind of fits into the haunted house theme as well. Or you can go with mummies, Frankenstein, all sorts. And you can really go all out. You can really make it very immersive. And we have a lot of things that you can hire, so it's actually very affordable because we do carry a lot of stock, obviously to use for various parties throughout the season, and then they would be used again next year, so you would just hire them out for your singular party, and they probably get used about 5 times a year. Yeah, so is there anything really sticking out to you? Because what age are the children roughly? It's probably actually a really good age for kind of that witch's brew, that witchy type environment, because it's a bit creepy, but it's not overly scary. And then, yeah, you can obviously kind of play it down, play it up, however you need to. Yeah, I mean, if you prefer to go just with the jack-o'-lanterns, obviously you can do a full complement of pumpkins. We have all sorts of plastic things as well. Can bring you a straw-filled scarecrow. Oh yeah, no, the really, really cute as well, and yeah, pretty lighthearted. Then you can save some of the creepies for the activity rather than the overall feel of the whole night, if that's how you'd prefer to do it. Okay, so we'll go with pumpkin land decor. So do you want a few scarecrows around? Yep, so let's say 3 to 4 scarecrows. So, and I assume you won't want hay sitting on, so we'll need some sheets for them to sit on. Yep, that's fine. And then for the pumpkin carving, so usually with the pumpkin land decor, obviously gonna have lots and lots of pumpkins there. Usually like to have some that are pre-carved. So do you want us to pre-carve them for you, or would you like to just have us deliver them early so you and your family can carve them? Or okay, so for to be carved by family, and then for carved by us. Yep, cool. So with with that, do you just want to go all out with the orange theme, orange plates, all that, or maybe kind of contrast? So go purple plates. Oops. Purple plates, and then we actually have a really cute cup that has like little, I mean, it has the jack-o'-lanterns on it, but with the yellow coming behind looking like it's lit up. Yeah, I mean, they're just little paper cups, but like that. Okay. Pumpkin cups. And then we can do just, obviously, kind of your bottom level is just your most basic type flatware, cheap white plastic. We do have some colored, which is just a little bit more expensive. You can get it in orange and black. There is a combo version or singular color. Those will both the same price. But we do also have a kind of tombstone themed, so it's still plastic, but it looks almost silvery stony, and you can get knives and forks and spoons. They look really cool, yeah. Okay, we'll go to those. So yeah, they don't have anything written on them, it's just the style, you see what I mean. Cutlery. So tombstone cutlery, so decor. And then I assume we'll want, you know, a few streamers, that sort of thing. The orange and yellow. And then do you want some cobwebs and spiders, or the little one's afraid? Okay, we'll leave that one then. Don't want to creep people out too much. So you're pretty happy with that for the decor. Obviously we'll have a few other pieces as well, just some nice art pieces to as a once-off just for you to use. Yeah, we have kind of Halloween town images, which are a little bit more creepy, but they are still fairly pumpkin-y. Or we could go Charlie Brown images, like it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. We do have images from there, which we can use to cover your current artwork. Or just really kind of generic Halloween scenes, but they're really gorgeous art. Go the letters, so we'll just go Halloween scenes. Yeah, it'll really help it feel nice and Halloween-y. So that's for the inside. Do you want anything on the outside? Just, you know, kind of alert, or are you... Okay, you have a consultant for that. That's fine. Then we won't worry about that. I'm sure people will realize it's Halloween when they show up. So who do you actually work with for that? Oh, really? Yeah, I've heard she's really good. Oh, well, I'm keen to see what you have then. That'll be fun. Okay, now let's get into the best part, the food. So, have a few different options on what you can do with food. Because you're going in a pumpkin direction, one of my all-time favorites to do with Halloween is this meal that you can, it actually is cooked in a pumpkin. It's actually relatively inexpensive besides all the pumpkins that you cook it in. It's rice and beef and like cream of mushroom soup, but it's really, really yummy. So we make that for you. It's really yummy. And then obviously have kind of jello side, you know, you can do jello jiggler sides in creepy shapes, sugar cookies. I mean, obviously it's gonna be all sorts of candy. It is Halloween, isn't it? Can do caramel apples. Yeah, lots of different options. So I can go into those ones in a little bit more detail. Probably just want to choose, because I think you were doing a dinner with it, yeah? I just didn't quite remember from our email. Yes, okay. So do you want to do that one? I mean, otherwise you can do something more simple. You can do pizzas, and you can get them in all, different shapes. You can actually even put pumpkin on pizza. Not necessarily the most popular with the kids, but well, yeah, that's the thing. It's relatively healthy meal, the one in the pumpkin, and kids will eat it because it comes out of the pumpkin. Yeah, we find the kids really enjoy that. Okay, so we're gonna go the pumpkin meal. Yeah, that's just what I've named it because I usually convince, very few people. Even in zombie apocalypse parties, it's such a good meal that I just try and get everyone to do it. It's also really easy, so it makes it just nice for that. Okay, so now let's look at, more important part, sweets. So, do you want a whole spread? It is Halloween, it's time to indulge a little bit. Hopefully not enough to give anybody diabetes, but okay. So, yes, you definitely are interested in the... So, do you want one per? Yep. Okay, so one per guest. So, with the caramel apples, these are just spectacular. We don't actually make them ourselves. We work with not a caterer, but somebody who specializes in these caramel apples, and they are amazing. So you can get them in all sorts of varieties. We can get them with little pretzels on the outside, white chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and when it's a little bit hard for a party because obviously the more variety you put in, usually there's a little bit more arguing among the children. Yeah, you've experienced that before. So as much as I just think the variety that you can get from these are amazing, I think sometimes you might be better off just getting maybe 2 varieties, because then people, oh, I want that one, or I want that one. And it kind of just helps people make a choice still, but not so much choice that it's a bit of an issue, Okay, so you want to go then with, so just a white chocolate and milk chocolate. Yeah, no, I'm completely, chocolate, what have I written here? No, completely with you. I adore dark chocolate, but it's not the most popular with the kids. So, since this is for them, so we'll do that. Caramel apples. So, sugar cookies. We get them in pumpkin and ghost shapes. You can actually do, if you want to, as an activity, it can be really fun, is doing decorating of those. Yeah. Okay, so we'll put that over here also. So we'll come back to that in a second when we get to our activities. So we'll put sugar cookies down, and then caramel apples cookies, and obviously I assume you want some candy as well. Yeah. So do you just want, we can basically go from super involved to, you know, all sorts of different candy varieties to, you know, just picking up some regular packs of, you know, 4-pack of Hershey's with Reese's and Hershey's. Just keep it simple. Okay. So just our like Hershey's bag. Obviously, yeah, the Halloween themed. Halloween themed. And would you like, and obviously I assume we'll put those in a plastic jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, have to do that. Okay. And then finally, for drinks, yeah, there's a couple different options. So since you're doing kind of pumpkin, probably the easiest is just a nice punch. Yeah, you can do one, it's really simple, just orange sorbet with Sprite in there. Comes up beautiful every time. It's a lovely color for Halloween as well. So we'll just go the orange punch. If you want another color as well, so with the size of your party, we could probably afford to run 2 bowls of punch. Yep, so you could go, I mean, usually my personal favorite is actually the lime. And green isn't really a like, because it is part of the pumpkin color. Yeah, we'll go lime as well. Yeah, I think it goes really nicely, the lime. Okay, drinks, food, that's looking pretty good. Did I forget? We'll get goodie bags at the end. Okay, so now the fun part is the entertainment. So, as I said, one of the things we can do is decorating sugar cookies. So is that something, yeah, you think they would like that? They sound like the right age for that, and it really, yeah, I'd say usually decorating sugar cookies about 30 minutes. So we'd a lot about, because I think you were looking for, what, about 3 hours all up? Yeah. So sugar cookies, get them decorating. Some will decorate 4 in that time, some will decorate, you know, 1 barely. Depends on how involved they get with their art. Yeah, so with that we'll bring you icing, we'll bring you candy toppings, and of course the cookies, and then utensils as well. Yeah, so we'll have all that done for you, and we take care of the cleanup afterwards as well. So we usually just lay out a big plastic sheet on top of your table, and then just get rid of that afterwards, because kids can be messy. So other thing you can do, so usually something, you know, I mean, classic party game is pin the tail on the donkey. So we have, you know, pin the bone on the skeleton, or you can do stick the wart on the witch's face. There's a few different ones that we have that are pretty fun. There's nothing that particularly I would go towards for pumpkin theme. There's those ones. We have a zombie one that probably would be, as you said, a little scary for the age of the kids. I have a cat on a tail on the cat as well. Think you got that? Okay. On the cat. That one's usually pretty quick, really. It's about 10 minutes. And yeah, a prize for that? Do you have an idea? I mean, obviously we have a variety of prizes that we can provide. Unless, if you know something a bit specific for the particular groups of children. I mean, otherwise we can do just... I usually don't want to do a full bag of candy. Yeah, no, the parents usually aren't too happy with, because I assume they're going to get goodie bags and eat a bit of candy, so... Yeah. You want to retain, not be too much, but you also don't, yeah, exactly. So sometimes it can be even a food prize, but, well, you can get like Halloween-shaped goldfish crackers, something like that. Yeah, drawing a blank right now. We have so many. I'm looking to see if I have. No, this one isn't the catalog that has it. Yeah, right. I can probably email you about that one. Yeah, so I'll just put prize, email, and we'll choose over email. Just store that so I remember to email you on that one. No, I'm sorry, I just must have forgotten, and I'm really drawing a blank right now. So, other things we recommend. So, obviously, I assume kids will be dressing up. So, yeah, so we usually can do a little dance section. We'll feel a little... Well, yeah, we will have music. We have a pretty typical... Yes, exactly. Kind of that classic Halloween music we always hear. Monster Mash and all that. Yeah. Plus music. And it's really... I mean, not everybody's gonna dance. But it gives you an opportunity to... kind of let your hair down a bit as opposed to keeping everybody super busy the whole time. The other thing that I would recommend that's pretty fun is well, you can do a spook alley, which would be like, because I think do you have like a main hallway, so you could do it kind of going through there, and, you know, have people dress up as scary things. The other thing you can do is a really tactile kind of storytelling experience, which is there's this really creepy story and they pass things around, but they're covered, so you have them inside a black box and people can't tell what they are by sight. And so you talk about, you're gonna feel these eyeballs. And so we'll prepare all these things for you, but they're really basic things. So peeled grapes, if you think about that's what the eyeballs are. And so it just has a little bit of a creepy, wet feeling. Yeah, so there's a really fun story with that one. And it really does make an impact. Yeah. So we'll do the creepy, feely story. That one, yeah, usually about 10 minutes. So that's an hour and 20. So probably you're looking at about, usually an hour for your meal, because you're going to have kind of your meal cooking, people doing, and then eating your caramel apples, bobbing for apples. You want to have something like that. You can have a little competition. Yeah. And it's always fun, just that one's probably 20 minutes or so. A little longer because there's a bit more cleanup involved because people get a bit wet with that one. But it's fun. Yeah, so lastly, usually I think it's good to have a story time. I guess I should have consulted with you before I wrote it on my list. I can always cross it off. So obviously, big thing about Halloween is all the creepy stories or ghost stories and everything like that. So we do have, either if you or your partner like to tell stories, then we can send you the stories if you want to prepare. Otherwise, we do have storytellers on staff who can come in, and they're amazing. They really just can come in and you just can feel the creepiness. Like, they really just hold you in the palm of your hand. That's one of my favorite parts of the parties, is just the story time. Everyone's sitting around, just having a quiet time and just captivated by this one person as they tell you the tiniest detail, and they really do cater to the audience as well. So even if it's maybe a little bit of a creepier story, if they notice it's going a little too much that way, they're very adaptable that way to make sure everybody's gonna stay super comfortable. Yeah, so that's what I would do for you. Usually you can actually go up to about 40 minutes on that. And I think all that together is a pretty good use of your time. So finally, we'll just need our invitations. We do have our invitations that do go along basically with the pumpkin land decor and all that. So would you like us just to go with the matching? Yeah. Okay, great. And did you just want us to send those out as well? Okay. Yep, and us to send out. So those will be sent out by us within 7 days. So, yep, they will be out, and so they'll get them in time for the party. So I think that's really good. Did you just want to have a look over the plan that we've put together? So, location at home with your pumpkin land decor. We're going to bring over 3 to 4 scarecrows with sheets to cover up where we set them, so you're not going to have any little bits of hay left on your lovely furniture. We'll have 4 pumpkins that we drop off to you to be carved by you, 4 carved by us, and then obviously lots of other pumpkins. Bring purple plates with pumpkin cups, the tombstone cutlery, orange and yellow streamers to hang up, and our Halloween scene art. You happy with that? Any extra lighting, anything like that you'd like? We do have orange twinkle lights, and yes, we do have, okay, so we'll do orange twinkle lights and pumpkin globes. Yeah, no, it does add a nice bit of ambience. For food, we're going to prepare the pumpkin meal. We will order caramel apples, enough per guest who does come, so we'll need the RSVP number to get that correct number. Always do a few spare anyway. We will have sugar cookies, which we'll decorate, and of course, plenty of candy. For your drinks, we'll have the orange punch and lime punch. The entertainment will be decorating the sugar cookies. We'll provide icing. the candy topping, the cookies, and utensils, and we will do all the cleanup. We'll bring the pin the tail on the cat. Cat tails will be able to be thrown away. We will take the cat back. And we'll discuss the prize over email. I will email you on that. We'll have a dance party. We'll have music that will go through the background through the whole party, but obviously a specific selection for the dance party as well. We'll have a creepy feely story with assorted tactile additions. We'll do Bobby for apples, and then we'll have a story time where it's just telling of the stories, ghost stories, haunted houses, all that sort of thing. For the invitations, we'll be doing the Pumpkin Land invitations. I do have your guest list already, so we will send those out within 7 days. How does that all look to you? Wonderful. Well, I think we've had a very productive meeting, made a lot of decisions, and I think it's going to be an amazing party. If you have any questions or concerns, do feel free to email me, night or day. I am available and at your disposal. Okay, well, I will be in touch about the prize and talk to you soon.